In this video, I will introduce structural equation modeling and provide an overview of its historical background. Structural equation modeling, or SEM, is a powerful statistical modeling tool that extends the traditional regression framework and allows researchers to test complex theories involving multiple observed and latent variables. SEM is commonly used in social and behavioral sciences research. Here is an SEM model about brain connectivities. Each circle here represents a brain region. The arrows represent the relationship between these brain regions. With SEM, researchers are able to test or make inferences about this kind of complex model. Historically, SEM has two different origins. One is from psychology, that is the psychometric origin. The other is from biology or economics, that is the biometric or econometric origin. On the psychometric side, during the early 1900s, psychologists were debating whether there is more than one type of intelligence. As you may recall from introductory psychology courses, Spearman proposed what is known as the G factor, which represents the general intelligence that underlies all cognitive abilities. In contrast, Thurstone argues that intelligence consists of several relatively independent abilities, which he called primary mental abilities. To address this theoretical debate, researchers needed a statistical method that could help them determining the underlying structure of intelligence. The main challenge in these areas of research is that constructs such as intelligence cannot be directly observed. Instead, we can only infer intelligence through participants' responses to different mental tasks. Eventually, researchers figure out how to use correlations among mental tasks to examine the underlying structure of intelligence. This led to the development of a statistical method called a factor analysis. Factor analysis allows researchers to identify the underlying structure of psychological constructs by analyzing correlations among observed variables. In essence, it helps us determine what is now known as the measurement model of a psychological scale. The measurement model tells us how many dimensions or factors are represented within the construct we're studying. On the biometric or econometric side, researchers wanted to expand the traditional regression framework to include not only multiple predictors, but also multiple outcome variables. Traditionally, regression models allows for several predictors, but are limited to a single outcome variables. However, researchers want to analyze situations where multiple outcome variables are considered simultaneously. A significant breakthrough in this area was made by Dr. Rice, who developed a set of rules for relating regression coefficients to correlations or covariances among different variables. Dr. Rice's work laid the foundation for a broader, more flexible statistical framework capable of handling multiple predictors and multiple outcome variables. And this framework is now known as path analysis, and in some contexts, simultaneous equations. And the path analysis enables researchers to specify and test what is known as a structural model. And a structural model is a kind of model that describes the complex relationship among different variables. Using the path analysis and the structural models, we can now better understand how different variables are interconnected within a complex theoretical model. A general SEM model combines the two transitions into one general framework. In this SEM model diagram, the measurement model is indicated by the red box over here, and it describes the relationship between the underlying construct and the observed variable. And this measurement model comes from the psychometric origin. On the other hand, the structure model is indicated by the blue box over here. It describes a complex relationship among the different underlying constructs. And this part of the model comes from the biometric or econometric region.